In the latest example of the strained relationship between the United States and Israel, the Pentagon has quietly released a classified document which reveals the extent of Israel's nuclear program. A program the Israeli government has long denied even exists. Earlier this month, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu accepted the controversial invitation to speak before the U.S. Congress and warn against a nuclearized Middle East and the horrific consequences to all humanity. The speech received, perhaps, the largest round of applause heard in the capital since Republicans took control of both houses of Congress. President Obama was less enthused, calling the address nothing new. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu waves as he steps to the podium prior to speaking before a joint meeting of Congress on Capitol Hill. Coincidentally or not, Netanyahu's speech coincided with the Pentagon's decision to declassify a top-secret document which proves that despite BIS warnings about a nuclearized Middle East, the region is already a host to nuclear weapons, namely, Israel's. The 386-page report, entitled Critical Technological Assessment in Israel and NATO Nations, dates back to 1987 and critical details on a nuclear program Israel has never admitted having. Israel is developing the kind of codes which will enable them to make hydrogen bombs, the Department of Defense report reads. That is, codes which detail fission and fusion processes on a microscopic and macroscopic level. Even more damning, the report calls Israel's nuclear ability an almost exact parallel of the capability existing at our national laboratories, and calls Israel's labs equivalent to U.S. installations in Los Alamos, Lawrence Livermore, and Oak Ridge. In Sept. 2012, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel shows an illustration as he describes his concerns over Iran's nuclear ambitions during his address to the 67th session of the United Nations General Assembly at UN headquarters. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu provided the UN with a memorable moment with the cartoon bomb a year ago, and he can be expected to again call for a hard line against Iran's nuclear program backed by the credible threat of force. Copyright tape photo/Richard Drew. U.S. House Speaker Boehner baffled by reports Israel spies on Iran talks. Los Alamos, of course, was where Robert Oppenheimer conducted the bulk of the Manhattan Project experiments.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. You can visit us on www.therealthingmeme.webs.com.